Buon Natale! Alright, this is going to be a short video on how to roast chestnuts. I know we've all heard the song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, but honestly, I was in my late 20s living in Italy before I had a chestnut for the first time. I was at Lucia di Artista in Salerno, Italy, and it's a beautiful light show where you walk through the streets and they made planetary systems out of Christmas lights. And on the sides of the road, there was guys with 55-gallon drums and some really aromatic wood burning inside of them, roasting chestnuts. And they would, you'd pay them a couple euro, and they'd put them in a paper bag, or not a paper bag, a rolled up newspaper, and give it to you. And oh man, they are delicious. So I'm still living overseas, so I found these at the commissary, and in the future I'd like to plant some chestnut trees in the backyard of the house that I bought, so we can have them for the fall and holiday seasons, because they're definitely it'll make your house smell like Christmas. So okay, so to get to it, the chestnuts, first things first, you need like a serrated blade. Yeah, and the chestnut itself is in a hard shell, and you have to cut it. So most people put a cross on it, and what you'll do is there's a flat side and a rounded side, and just make a cut all the way across the rounded side, and then just to make it, really that's all you got to do, but just to make it easier to peel, then you'll put a little slice through there. I have seen it as an X, I've seen it as just one cut all the way around. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be cut pretty thoroughly, like this one going across the arch. That's the important one. It needs to go all the way, because if gas builds up in this while you're cooking it, it will explode like a grenade. I know this because it's happened to me before, so I take extra care to make sure that it's cut all the way. So you can cook it over an open fire as the the old style. You can bake them in an oven, and I've cooked them in my barbecue. If I don't have like aromatic wood, I feel like the charcoal kind of gives it a little bit of a flavor as well versus the oven, but I'm probably going to bake it in the oven today. Okay, next step. Okay, I'm this far in, and my hand is killing me. This isn't a bad serrated knife, but it's not sharp enough. It's a pretty old knife. So I busted out the Snap-on. I would say this is probably not food grade, but I busted out that to try it, and it worked pretty good. Hopefully there's no oil on the blade, and it definitely feels a lot more dangerous. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, because yeah, this one, it's not a bad knife, but it's just not sharp enough. So that's that. Okay, we got them all cut. So now on to the next step. So you don't have to simmer them in water, but some people do, some people don't. It'll be fine if you don't, but I feel that it helps, so I'm gonna do it. The water's not hot yet, but yeah, I cut all the chestnuts, so you can see from around the arch, from edge to edge. That's the important cut, and then to help with peeling it, just a little up and down through the middle. The serrated knife is best. It makes nicer cuts. Mine is just old and well used and not very sharp anymore. So I went with the Redneck Snap-on, which, so the lawyers don't sue me. I would not recommend you use a mechanic's tool for food. Use a food grade knife. But the Snap-on was saving my fingers, and it definitely made it a lot faster. So yeah, we're just gonna bring no real time limit, just bring it up to a simmer, and then we'll put them on the cookie sheet, and we'll be good to go. Konnichiwa from Japan. So I picked out the 6 nicest looking, largest chestnuts, and I'm gonna save them to plant them in my backyard. The rest of them, we have come to a simmer. I turned it off, so it's calming down now. One thing that I'll note, that by using the utility knife instead of a serrated knife, some of the nuts got kind of messed up because it cut too deep. So definitely just try to get a sharp serrated knife if you can. I just made do. So you're going to preheat your oven to 425 degrees, and I'm going to go ahead and start transferring it to my extremely well used cookie sheet. And today on Cooking with Daddy, tomorrow's Halloween, so we're cooking some chestnuts. Oh, you know what? I can't switch this. Okay, so we got our oven preheated to 425, and here are our chestnuts. We did simmer these, so we're gonna bake them for 15 minutes. If you did not simmer them, because as you can see, they're already starting to peel back and already starting to cook. So you can do them for 15 minutes. If you chose not to simmer them in water, bake them for 20 minutes. I also have some Filipino barbecue that we cooked on the grill, left over from our baby's baptism. Added a few vegetables, and I'm going to cook them with some pierogies as the main dish. But yeah, these are the star of the event. So definitely good holiday food. Okay, so after simmering in water and then baking at 425 for 15 minutes, you can see that the shells are all peeling back. And now we're going to put them on this festive little Christmas cloth, and we'll put them on there and twist them to kind of break any remnants of the shells. Alright, and that's it, folks. So that's the inside of the nut. There is a, after you peel off the outer brown part, there's a little bit of a fuzzy part in the middle that you'll have to pick off, and it'll come out like that. You're going to have to let them set for a little bit because they are really hot. But, oh yeah, eating them warm, they're delicious. And I bet these pierogies are going to be delicious as well. So that's it. If you could check out my new YouTube channel. There's not a whole lot of videos yet, but if you could subscribe, I'd really like that. So it's Heartland Tactical Outdoors Medical and Survival. And you know, there's going to be a lot of, not a whole lot of cooking videos, but a lot of you know, outdoor type videos, military and gear reviews once the website's launched. Alright, yeah, give it a subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, so the earlier part of this video was taken at Halloween, and it's now just past Thanksgiving, and I found some more chestnuts, so did the same thing as earlier, except this time I just cut them all the way through. The store also had these roasting in-shell nuts, which are walnuts, pecans, hazelnuts, and almonds, and Brazil nuts. So, yeah, I'm just going to bake them together. But, you know, after kind of playing with it, I do think that cutting them all the way around might be better than doing the cross. But yeah, we'll see. So I cut them, I boiled them, and now we're going to put them in the oven. Alright, and they are done. So, oh yeah, look at that right there. So, yeah, maybe cutting them all the way around is a little bit easier option to get the meat out. Ooh, it's still steaming. But, yeah, that's that. So, happy holidays.